Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie Man here, and this is the big one. It's going to be the last episode here at the summer transfer window. We're going to play two games. It's Mallorca, who I believe are freshly promoted, and Almeria as well. So it's two games definitely that I think we can win. I took on board all the feedback that you gave me. Great first episode that for this new season. You guys absolutely smashed it. Thank you very much. There were some suggestions as well of players. So let's go and pick up some players. First of all, we definitely need the new left back. I'm scouting a few. I think we might go for Marcos Acuna. I think that's where I've landed and that's where I've settled. As well, we talked about a new CM and a very good centre mid was suggested to me. We're going to go take a look at him. The player that was recommended is Jeffrey Condobria now. So just looking at the team to see who they actually have at centre mid. And I would have said that Marcus Llorente, Koke would probably most definitely start ahead of Condobria. Maybe even Hector Herrera. So that makes me believe that Atletico potentially would sell him. We're going to scout him and see what happens. I feel like he would be the perfect player to play in that centre mid role. Even if we retrained him to play a CDM and he could play both roles for us. He's very strong. He's very physical. I like his style. He'll have good balance. So he's good on the ball. Let's get a scout of Jeffrey. I've always wanted a Jeffrey at the club as well. I have to consider as well the real worry that we may lose one of our star strikers as well and have to replace him. This could be a major episode because the team that we have at the start of this one, come the team at the end of this one, could be completely different sides. Marcos Acuna or Angelino. Now, the problem is with this, I think Angelino will be very expensive. Recently just joined, what move? So he made his loan move permanent there to Leipzig. Makes sense. So it's Marcos Acuna, who's still at Sevilla. We know where he starts. Very good player. We're looking in the uppers. I think it'll probably take about 50 million potentially to sign Marcos Acuna. But he is a star. He's going to be great for the next 3 seasons. I think we go in for him. We really do need that left back. I'm going to leave it a few days before the start of the game because I've got some more scout reports coming back in. So we can go forward a little bit now until the start of the Mallorca game. But I would like to be getting a deal done for that left back pretty sharply. Transfer bidding here for Frantuesca. Nailed it. Eric Frantuesca. We're just going to let go. He's going to go to Brentford. I'm happy with that deal. Again, there's a lot of players here that we had. We had quite a deep squad, and there was a lot of players that we need to get off the books, obviously. Quite a few players out on loan that come back that we needed to move on, so I'm happy to start getting them away. So we don't have any reports back yet, and I don't think we're going to have them. And I am pretty happy with Marcos Acuna. I really like the idea of signing him. I think that'll be the player we go for. I think that will be the player we go for. He is a starter, which is what we want. Do you know what, though? I don't think Sevilla would sell him. So we're going to pay... Do we pay the release clause? No, we'll negotiate. I think they would sell him for close to that release clause. I've got this major thing, and I know someone mentioned the FIFA Realism mod, which I really enjoyed last year. Was a fantastic mod and something I'm looking into, but I need a way that it doesn't get updated because we do this pretty much daily, boys. And if I can't record daily because FIFA decides to update itself, which it does update all the damn time, it's a problem. It's a problem. So it means I'd have to wait in between getting episodes out. And that's the only problem with it. But if that wasn't an issue, that would be exactly the mod I was using because I really do preach realism. We have got him there for 50 million. So it's, what, 11 million under his release clause, which is pretty decent. Do you know Moreno's number there on the wall, obviously. Let's negotiate a decent contract for him now. Doesn't want a release clause. I'm going to propose one and see if we can get a decent one. Now, I want 70 mil. It was 61 at Sevilla. He accepted it. Nice. Okay, that's decent. So we got the release clause we wanted. Managed to negotiate a decent wage packet as well. 50k a week. So there we go. We've got ourselves our left back. And he will start today against Mallorca, I imagine. Or do we give Moreno it? No, we'll start him. I want to see how good he is. A little rotation for the Mallorca game. Chuck Weezy is going to come back in for his first start. Hopefully start regaining his match sharpness. Probably be subbed off at some point, though. Alvarez gets his first start for the club. And Rafael Leao is going to come in with Vestergaard at the back. Alamoso at the right. And we're going to keep rotating against sides like this. I don't know how deep we'll go into these highlights. I'm working now on a system. You guys seem to like the idea that we don't sim games, but I just bring you the game highlights of the match instead of bringing you the entire match, because when we do the extended highlights of each match, it does kind of mean the episode takes a little bit longer and I wouldn't be able to fit another game in, because I'm happy at the 30-minute mark. I want these videos to be a kind of video that you can put on in the background, watch and enjoy it while you're playing your game, not something that's over in 10 minutes, so you're skipping through episodes really quick. I feel like that's the happy medium, somewhere in the 30-minute mark, in my personal opinion. So, obviously, feedback, again, is happily accepted as long as it's constructive, but you don't want to sim in the games. I won't sim them. I'll just bring the highlights now, so we might try that a little bit with this game. I don't know. There's only 2 matches in this episode, so we'll probably just do extended, but let's see how these boys get on today. I really get excited when I look at this squad now, and that's not actually fully first team squad, and we have players like Alvarez coming in. You've got Mozo there at right back, Rafael Leao, of course, always been so good for us. Let's see what Mallorca have got to offer. Freshly promoted, they'll definitely come and try and give us a game. Well, only Mallorca's second game of the season. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. This is their stadium as well, and it is absolutely lovely. Mallorca was a team I toyed with the idea of doing them for a little bit of a journeyman in a different country. Fortunately, Ches got there before me, so we decided to go with Villarreal. And there's definitely a road to glory in the mindset of mine, but I think we probably will just do it in England. We've never done that on the channel. In fact, we haven't done an English save on FIFA on the channel, so that will probably be what comes up next after Villarreal. I haven't decided on teams yet, though. That has yet to be decided. Let's see what they've got to offer. I think that they might be a difficult task. These minnows are usually the sides that give me a bit of a game. Leao wins the ball back. Gerard Moreno finds my Gomez. Gomez lifts that one up and over to Dani Parejo. The oncoming Rafael Leao. And then Chukwueze. This has been great football so far. He needs a bit more help than that. He'll whip it across. Gerard Moreno. Couldn't get it to him. That was nice play, though. Iago Jr., I think, is absolutely rapid. So he's going to be the one we contend with here. As you can see, he's absolutely flying down this wing. But Yannick Vestergaard is a man mountain that will not be stopped. Leao. Chukwueze. Back to Leao. Into Gerard Moreno. Dani Parejo now. Out wide to Moy Gomez. Moy Gomez now from wide. He's good at finishing from wide. Rafael Leao's shot is blocked. That was nearly 1-0 Villarreal. But the shot was blocked. Moy Gomez there. Finds Gerard Moreno. Needs runners. Gerard. That's lovely. Dani Parejo now with a shot. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. He's hit the crossbar. What a shot. Marcos Acuna wins the ball back there. He plays in Leao. Good touch. Good turn. Rafael Leao for 1-0. What a save from the goalkeeper. Moy Gomez now. He'll whip it in. Gerard Moreno. 1-0. Villarreal. Moy Gomez to Gerard Moreno. And that's number 2 of the season for Gerard. We could do with him calming down a little bit, because the more goals he scores now, the more likely somebody is to come in and sign him. Moy Gomez wins that ball there. Plays in Gerard Moreno beautifully. Surely for 2-0. Gerard Moreno. 2-0 Villarreal, and it's a double for Gerard. Calm down, Gerard, mate. I don't want to lose you. 2-0, what a goal. Great play, and Moy Gomez is really on fire in this one. Oh, Mallorca have slid themselves in here. Well saved by Rulli. Freshly promoted Mallorca, giving us a couple of issues there, though. Moy Gomez there. Finds Rafael Leao. He's going to play that through. Gerard. Sticks it through to Moy Gomez. Moy Gomez, surely. There we go. It's 3-0 just before half-time, and just like that, and I said Moy Gomez has been on fire in this one, and he thoroughly deserves that goal. I think he's got 2 assists now and a goal to his name. He's genuinely having a brilliant performance, and that's a lovely finish. When you're that far ahead after the first half, it calls for a double substitution. Ferreira on for Moreno. I know he was on for a hat-trick, but I'd rather keep him as fit as possible. I can't risk an injury to him. And Chukwueze got himself a good 45 minutes after his injury. We will bring on Karamoko Dembele for his first appearance. Oh, they've slid themselves in it. Iago Jr. has gone past Samakam. That was poor defending from him. Good save, though, from the goalkeeper. Well, he saved him actually a little bit there, hasn't he? I don't know what Samakam's doing. He's gone right past him. Moy Gomez now. Slides in Ferreira, who pulls it back for Moy Gomez. And Moy Gomez then to Leao. And that is football that you want to see from this yellow submarine machine. Villarreal make it 4-0. And nice and easy. This is a great passing movement that leads to the goal. Absolutely cut Mallorca wide open. Ferreira obviously there to Gomez. Beautiful ball. Gomez unselfish to Leao, and that will be a hat-trick of assists for Mr. Moy Gomez. Oh, they've slid themselves in here. We've done very well defensively. Again, though, Yannick Vestergaard on form today. I must admit, considering Samakam is a starter, but the rest aren't, they've done really well in this match. I've been very impressed. Ferreira now waits for the run of Francis Coquelin, freshly substituted on, and he's going to get himself a goal as well. It's a rout now at the moment. 5-0 here against Mallorca for Villarreal. It's pretty comfortable, isn't it? The freshly promoted side, nowhere near good enough for potential title challengers at Villarreal. Well, nicely chipped over here. And again, Mallorca have had some moments. Kufre's done nothing, and they land with the ball. But Rulli again with a save. He's really pushing to say, no, I want to still be a starting goalkeeper. We are going to be looking, well, we are scouting Lafont. Hopefully, he'll be decent. And we might bring him in. We'll see what his deal is at the moment. I want to get the scout report in for him first. Oh, they're going to score? No. Rulli again with another save. He's certainly setting a statement to say I'm the #1. Well, Karamoko here has gone on an absolute run. An absolute run. Ferreira now. He's going to cut inside. That's lovely from him. He's going to slide it into Rafael Leao, who scores. No, well saved from the goalkeeper. Great run, though, from Karamoko, who ran all the way from the bloody corner. That'll draw the curtain on this one. 5-0 victory here against freshly promoted Mallorca, which we have to remember. But the boys were rampant after a little bit of a struggle in that first game of the season. This is the kind of performance you want to see from a side that would love to challenge this year. And what a performance it was. We made a few tweaks and changes, but they all paid off in the end. The boys have done us proud here. Great winning performance. That absolutely unbelievable performance. And I genuinely do mean unbelievable performance from Moy Gomez. Frantuesca has gone. We've got a loan offer here for Hassan, who I do want to loan out. It's a loan to buy, though, so we'll renegotiate that one. We'll delegate the renegotiation and just go for just a loan. Mario Gaspar, Napoli. Yeah, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I don't think anyone will come in with a good enough offer for Gaspar that'll blow me away, that'll let him go. We have scouted Carlos Soler. He does look pretty good. He does look pretty good. It's whether we're willing to drop that amount of money on him, though. That's the only issue right now. Granada have accepted that one-year loan deal, so it looks like Hassan will be going to Granada for a year. And let's just see how he progresses. I don't think he's probably ever going to be good enough for us to use, but he's certainly someone I might look at to pick up in a different save. You know, more of a road to glory save where we start with someone a little bit lower rated. At the point that we're at now, he's probably not good enough. Let's double check as well on the calendar to see. Have we got Champions League group yet? No, not quite yet. I think we might get it at the end of this month. Match rescheduled, so that means we have it now, and a transfer offer for Arbe. That's why we got mixed up with that one. Fulham, we're going to reject it. No one's going to be able to pay the price. He's not really valued very high, but in terms of the way I value him at the club, very, very high. Let's see who we got in our Champions League group. We've got CSK. Oh, Bayern Munich, boys. We're going to be playing against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. We've got CSKA Moscow as well as Mulder. So, for me, that's a group we definitely go through. But Bayern Munich, man. We are definitely picking up the German sides as often as possible, aren't we? CSKA Moscow could be tough, but I think we're better than them. I've got to be honest. I think we're better than them. So it's Bayern Munich, the superpower in that group. So Hassan's been loaned out, and we do now have the scout report back on Kondogbia, and he does look pretty decent, doesn't he? So we will shortlist him in the transfer list, and I think we're going to go straight in for him. I think we're going to try and sign him now, straight before the game. I think he's the perfect signing for us. I really do like the look of him. The other guys were better on the football, but Kondogbia really does fill two roles. I'm still trying to figure out in my head if I want two players now at centre mid. I'm thinking we might bring in Robertone as well, because he's a different style player to what Kondogbia is. Kondogbia will definitely be good to be able to play CDM as well as CM. But let's make the transfer bid now. He's just recently joined, and what move? Damn. Right, so that's Kondogbia out of the question. So I am going to go in now for Robertone. We were potentially going to sign him anyway from Almira, who we would be playing next. Let's offer up the transfer fee. He was their best player, so I'm going to go with 28 million for Robertone. He'll have been their best player last season upon promotion. Okay, they want Javier Ontiveros as well. Okay, how much... Is that how much money I pay? How much money I receive? That's not a bad deal, you know. Javier we've only used once. We've got Arbe at left wing anyway. Leao could play there. I think we make that deal. I'm going to accept that. I'm happy with the player exchange. And Robertone will join the club. Let's negotiate this. I don't think it was a bad deal either. They get a good player. And so do we. I'm going to offer him rotation to start with. Just because that's kind of how he's going to start his career here. And then hopefully in a couple of seasons, once Danny Parejo's gone basically, he would be someone that would start. 57 million on the release clause. Very happy with that. That's a decent release clause, in my opinion. And then wages-wise, he's on 23k now. He's coming to a bigger club. So let's offer him 35, I reckon. And I always just do 200 signing bonus, because usually they always just accept 200k signing bonus. There we go. Robertone's in. So Robertone is in. Let's play this game here against Almira, and I'm going to think about who else we bring in. Now, I'm tempted to start Robertone. I am tempted to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to start Coquelin in this one. We're going to make a little bit of rotation, of course. Pau Torres will start, but who will he start next? So do you know what? We're going to play Alvarez at centre-back today, because he's more than capable of it, and he's a good ball player. We will also play Acuna and Gaspar for this one. I still want to keep fitness of my main players. Gomez, should he start? Maybe not. Maybe we'll start Arbe in this one. We'll also start up top Ferreira and Alcancer. I was impressed with Ferreira when he came on. Tuweze will still start because I need to get his fitness up. And then let's sort out the bench. All right, so all set and ready to go for this match against Almira. Let's see how we get on. This is another game. They're freshly promoted. We've just taken their best player, but we've given them a left winger who's starting against us today. They're starting him against us in this game straight away. Bring it on. There he is, the 23-year-old Ontiveros, I think. I don't know. I don't know how we say it, but he starts today against his old side at home. I was on loan last season, though. He's come back, and unfortunately, there isn't much room for him there at left mid. So, the transfer bid for Robertone and him chucked in just made sense. Well, Paco Alcancer starting again today. He'll want to prove a point. I will be honest with you, I've completely left out Gerard Moreno, and you may think that this is the wrong thing to do, but it is a little bit, so that he doesn't play and score goals, because if he keeps doing that while the window's open, we lose him. So I don't want to lose him. Big secrets out the bag. I don't want to lose my star striker, so he won't be playing in this one. But I think we've got enough firepower on the pitch, especially with Paco Alcancer making that kind of run. Paco Alcancer now done really well to hold off his man. He'll switch it back across to Arbe, and Arbe goes for the cheeky into Ferreira. Just couldn't make it. Ferreira now. Paco Alcancer waiting for the run of Ferreira. He's back into him. He needs to dink it. He does dink it. Ferreira takes it calm and coolly. 1-0 Villarreal. What a wonderful goal. That's a great ball down there from Paco. I think he might be off though. Paco Alcancer. He might have scored a screamer there. Offside again, and we're getting a few near moments here. I just couldn't get the ball out quick enough, could I? He's only just offside, to be fair. Almira making the most of that offside trap at the moment. It's working for them. Paco Alcancer now. He's got such a lovely take on the football. Finds Ferreira. Ferreira dinks it. He can't dink it. I thought he dinked it. He didn't. He's done really well, though. I really like Ferreira. I like his level of balance. Chukwueze now. Can he cut inside? He can. Finding ourselves with some problems here. Ferreira back across. Paco Alcancer. Oh, what a finish from Paco. 2-0 Villarreal. And that's a lovely take. That was us just passing the ball around at the back. I mean, they've really been solid there defensively. And we just managed to find a way through. Just in behind the back line here. We just nudge it around and Paco fires off that shot nice and quick. Goalkeeper can't get down to it. Free kick here for Almira just before half-time. They'll whip it in. Etienne Capoue is there. Knocks it away. Almira will recover the football, though. They haven't really had much to offer. And Mallorca had more to offer. We've just been a little bit slower starting going forward, obviously. Much bigger personnel changes in this one than what we had. That's a poor giveaway, though. Luckily for us, Alvarez there at the back has done a good job. It's so great that we've got the versatility of him. Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. Surely 3-0 before the break. And what a save from the goalkeeper. What a save. It's not a bad ball in. Alvarez just gets too much under it, doesn't he? Not bad, though. It would have been nice for him to get his first goal there. On Taveras there. And look at that. Look at that. Alvarez fighting. Fighting so well as well. And he even gets the ball out and away. That's how good that man is. That's not a bad ball, though. RB now. You don't want him running at you. Marcos Acuna. Marcos Acuna. He's got bodies forward. Paco! Misheaders it. Misheaders it. I'm not sure what that was, but that'll bring us into half-time. Good ball in from Acuna there. That's what I want to see. Brings us to half-time. As you were here for the second half. No subs this time round. I want to get these boys on the pitch some better fitness. Well, sharpness, not fitness, that is. Players like Capoue are lacking it. Chukwueze are as well. Need to get them back up to the nice green diamond. And hopefully we could do that just by playing them. Chukwueze now. I've much enjoyed using him. It's good to have him back at the side. Ferreira! We start the second half to make it 3-0. That's Ferreira's second of the game. This man seriously does have a future here at the club. He's very good. A great recommendation as well. I really enjoy using him. If you are looking for a player, he would be on the cheaper side as well. Sign Ferreira. Brilliant, dominant performances here. But we do have to remember these are two freshly promoted sides to the league. These are two very freshly promoted sides to the league. And we're an established... Well, I'm saying we're an established, but we're a top 4 side in this league. You know, so I can't be too over the moon. We've just given them what I imagine is their highest rated player in on the terrace. So, I mean, it just goes to show there. We've given them the highest rated player in a swap deal for one of their players. So, Arishi Arby, though, he's made a great run. I'd love to get a goal with him. Oh, he does cut inside. Oh, he doesn't score, though. Their goalkeeper's having a beautiful game. Oh, Mirror are making a substitution. I couldn't tell you who it's for. But we're going to take this corner. Maybe put some more pressure on them. Another goal. Alvarez nailing his first one. We found him there twice now from the corner. Just can't fight back at net, can he? Oh, they're in here now. Javier on the terrace. Can he get some revenge? He can. He scores past us. Ex-player scoring the goal. It was lovely play from him. A good touch to pull him to the side. And he fires it home. Oh, he got one against us. Frustrated a little bit with that, but great play from them. Almira have had patches in this second half where they've looked better. That's nice footwork there. Completely fooled me. And a good finish. Not that the flag in the way lets us see it, but this is a nice, tidy finish. He just curls it around. Ah, 3-1. If we're talking of ex-players, let's bring on Robertone for his first start. We're also going to bring on Dembele as well. There on the right. Chukwueze's had a great game again, but we're just trying to nurse him back to match sharpness. And I'm not 100% sure, but I did hear that if they don't have full match sharpness, they're more susceptible to getting an injury. Paco Alcacer out. Robertone's made a run. Robertone for a goal against his ex-club. And I don't know what button it is to not celebrate. Is it B? Yes, I nailed it. He won't celebrate against the team he got promoted with, but he will score against them. What you could do, Almira, I could do better. Lovely run from him. It's his first touches on the pitch and his first goal for the club. I feel for Almira. They go and take on Barcelona after us. It's a rough start to the new season for them, isn't it? Barcelona, the next opponents there for Almira. I don't want to concede again, though. I want to prove how good my defence is. Alvarez with a good block there. He's going to be giving us handball, though, I think. Free kick for Almira. But yeah, Barcelona next for them. I do feel a little bit sorry. They've played okay in patches. On the terrace has played okay, actually. The player we gave to them, well, the player that we did in the swap deal, he's actually been very good. I've not enjoyed playing against him. He's good on the ball. He causes problems and asks questions. Robertone now, though. He feels like he's going to be a good player for us, especially in the future. Tries to find Ferreira. Naily. Game, set, a match. Another really good performance from us. Another dominant performance. 4-1 there. Great goal, though, for Almira. They've got a player there that could help them stay up. They really do. The man on the terrace from our club, who we didn't really use, did we? I've just used him on FM before at Malaga. But he could definitely add something there to Almira that might help them stay up. But what we've got to remember is the man they've just lost, Robertone, comes in on this one and scores himself a goal. My squad depth at the moment for this team is looking better and better and better, which is filling me with a lot of confidence for this season and what we might be able to achieve. Because, I mean, we've rotated the squad 2 games in a row now, and I know they're clubs that are freshly promoted. but we've been absolutely on fire in both of those games. We finished the game with a transfer offer for Rulli, but he's going nowhere. He's actually had an unbelievable episode. Some great saves he's pulled out in this one, and I feel that we've been a little bit lucky here. We've only actually lost our star left back. We haven't lost anybody else. There is deadline day to go now. We want to make a couple of deals ourselves, but we haven't actually lost any of our superstars, which is pretty insane. We've gone forward a couple of hours here, and I just noticed instantly that Atletico Madrid have sold £136 million worth of talent and signed absolutely nobody. So they're not going to be better. We're going to go to the transfer hub and just see how much info we've got on Lafont. We still don't have any on him. Now, I started scouting him about 2 weeks ago. After the Mallorca game is when I remembered. I think we're just going to take a punt. I think we're just going to take a punt at trying to sign him here because I feel like he's going to be good. We may go completely wrong here, but I'm just going to say that he would be like a £22 million goalkeeper, right? Hey, boys, this is transfer deadline day, so we weren't far off, and I'll accept that. We weren't far off, but on deadline day, you've got to get the deals done, aren't you? And we're not going to get enough information on him for some strange reason. Now, this is the hard part of the contract, because I have no idea what I'll be earning per week at Fiorentina. I can only hope that they tell me what they want. So far, that's exactly what they're doing. 4 years, absolutely fine. Important player, absolutely fine. We will propose a release clause, and I'm going to go for 50 million, and hopefully they will accept that. They will accept it. Brilliant. And they tell me what wages they want. This is great news, lads. Alban Lafont will be a new Villarreal player. The 22-year-old French goalkeeper being picked up there from Fiorentina. Let's go take a look at him because I don't even know how he's rated. We will put him straight away into the second side. Let's just take a look. There we go. 79 rated Alban Lafont. He will get some game time this season. He will be rotated heavily with Rulli, who's had a great start to the season. And we have our 2 goalkeepers in now. So the squad is really starting to take shape. I'm going to go forward a couple more days first, just in case we get a big bid in for anyone. But so far, this transfer window has been pretty easy for us. We lost huge players in the Bayer Leverkusen one, and it doesn't look like we're going to lose them in this one. I wouldn't mind one more centre mid. We've got a loan offer for Tailman from Frankfurt. Do you know what? I'm going to accept it. I was going to keep him around, but we're Dembele now on the books. I think I'm going to... Am I going to accept it? He could play up top as well. No, we've got Champions League. I'm going to reject it. We've got Champions League as well. We need to reject it. The biggest issue for me right now is we've just got a lot of players that still need to leave the club. Players like Cuenca and Gonzalez and Miku and who we haven't been able to get off the books. No one's come in for them. If those 3 players were gone, I'd feel more comfortable adding more players in. De La Fuente, you know, we need to move these players out. I wouldn't mind bringing in another young centre-back and potentially another young centre-mid, but... at this stage, I don't think we can bring anyone in because match sharpness is going to be so difficult to handle and deal with that it's going to make life difficult for us. Let's have a look. I still wanted a centre mid, didn't I? I fancied another centre mid because we couldn't get Kondogbia, which was a shame. But I wouldn't mind. We got Robertone. I wouldn't mind Cuisance. I'm also toying with the idea of Bernardeschi. He won't be getting game time there at Juve. He could play right mid. He could play cam. But we'd play him centre mid, obviously. And he's an experienced hand. He's played a lot of Champions League football, which is the big key. So he'd be very good for us. I'm going to go forward a couple more days. I'm going to go forward up to 2 days because then we know with 2 days you have to get the deal done there and then. Another transfer offer for Rulli, which we're going to flat out just reject. He's had a lot of interest. I'm just shocked that neither striker has. I'm happy, though, on the strike force front. I would just prefer to have got rid of some of the fringe players that we haven't really been able to get rid of, which has been a shock. And there we go. We go down to 2 hours and nothing's happened. So a big part of me now is just saying maybe we leave the squad as is. The squad's been pretty decent. This transfer window, we will have brought in Acuna, Robertone, and Alvarez and Lafont, which I think would have been a good window for us. I think I'm going to just leave it at that. It's a shame, but without getting the rest of the players off the books, I don't see any reason for us to sign more players just for the sake of it. And what we would do then is we would wait until some of the players had gone, potentially in January, and sign more. So that'll be the summer window, which has ended. It's been a good window for us, don't get me wrong, but it's ended a little bit flat. Atletico, they're not doing much. Osasuna have done a little bit. I have no idea who that is. Deportivo Alaves doing a little bit. Wow, Barcelona, Tielemans, sorry, Upamecano and Walker. I'm assuming that's Kyle Walker. Titi left them. Getafe doing a little bit, but selling more than what they did. Levante, Lopez and Balde. I wonder if that's Keita Balde. There's a few clubs here that have made some changes, but have also lost players. Mallorca has signed 2 players. So Fulkirk, I mean, we'll see if they can manage to stay up. Inglesias has left Real Betis. Interesting. And Real Madrid has signed 2 players, Tierney and Manolos. So trying to solidify defence there. Alexander Isaac has left Real Sociedad. Okay, that's interesting. What we're going to do here, actually, is just look at the top transfers. Of course, we can look at ours. We brought in Lafont, Robertone. Hassan goes out on loan. Fonseca leaves the club. A lot of players did leave, to be fair. Marcos Acuna joins us for 50 million. Obviously, he's the big transfer in this one. Chakala leaves us. Yeremy leaves us on loan. Our big man Purvis, who we replaced with basically a £50 million signing. But he was so good. He's going to be great for them at Juve. Tagaris goes to Everton. Nino out on loan. Miguelon goes to Ajax. Quintella goes to Ajax. Dembele comes in on a free. I think he's a great free transfer. Alvarez for 18 million to us. So it has been a busy window for us. Let's see what the big deals of this window were. Upamecano, obviously the biggest there. Saul, they're going to Bayern Munich. Atletico Madrid have been absolutely pillaged in this one. Their squad's so much smaller. Odegaard to Arsenal for big money. Luis Alberto to Leverkusen. Aubameyang to Juve. Juve will be coming with a different level of strength this year in the Champions League. By Barcelona got Tielemans. Kuvaleski goes to Arsenal. Arsenal have done well. Diaby, who we know very well, has gone to Hertha Berlin. Interesting, because we played them last season. I won't want to play them again now with Diaby. He's an absolute beast. Houssam Ayor went to Dortmund. I remember Dortmund made a good few deals here. Dominic Calvert-Lewin went to Sociedad. Obviously, they sold Alexander Isaac. I'd be interested to see where he went. He went to RB Leipzig, Marcos Acuna. So we do get up there with a couple of big transfer dealings, but relatively in terms of the big names, we were a little bit quiet in this one, but we've got our stars already. We brought in some good young players. We're not the kind of club that can just go out there and spend big on a load of players. I'm sure the Kondogbia deal would have cost us a bit of cash if we'd have gone for it, but, you know, at the end of the day, he'd only just signed there, obviously on loan, I believe, from Valencia the season before, which I should have known. So a little bit of a shame there with Kondogbia, but this is the next month, and I might actually play the entire month. We're going to see now. I kind of did the Mallorca game, how I'm expecting to do the games that I would have usually simmed, and we'll see how that edits up. And it's just going to be trial and error this season to see how the system works, and if it does work, we'll use that moving forward. So in the next episode, you might get Betis, our first champion... Well, you will get Betis, but our first Champions League game against CSKA in Moscow, Barcelona in the league. So we've had a little bit of an easier start because Valencia aren't the team they used to be, and we played 2 freshly promoted sides. Our next 2 games in the league are Betis and Barcelona, so that should be interesting. And we'd probably finish off the episode with the live come against Bayern Munich, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, boys, I appreciate the support as per usual. If you could do me a favour and smash a like on this one, also hit subscribe, that would mean a lot as we keep on pushing our way and grinding our way to that 1K marker. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.